Have you ever felt a chill when you see ants near your home? Those tiny creatures might reveal something deeper about our perception of the world. Many of us could be misinterpreting their behavior. It's not just about pests invading your kitchen, it's about how our emotional intelligence can sometimes lead us astray. Misunderstanding these signs could have serious consequences. Imagine spotting a trail of ants and thinking they were just looking for food. But what if that's only part of the story? Ant behavior can signify more than survival instincts. It might reflect deeper issues we often overlook in our daily lives. Misreading these ants can highlight our own emotional blind spots. Picture this: you're stressed at work, and you notice ants forming a line in your yard. You dismiss them as harmless, but their actions might carry a subtle message. This misinterpretation isn't just about ants, it mirrors how we view our problems. Are we underestimating what's right in front of us? Ignoring these warning signs could mean overlooking critical aspects of our lives. As tension builds, consider this: what if those ants are signaling a much larger issue? They could represent unresolved stress or anxiety, quietly accumulating like a colony. Choosing to ignore them might mean missing a significant turning point in your life. Let's make this relatable. You're having a tough day, and you come home to find ants in the kitchen. Instead of tackling the mess, you shove it aside, hoping it will just go away. Sound familiar? That's a classic sign of avoidance, and it can cost you more than just a clean kitchen. So, what can you do? Start by recognizing these warning signs for what they truly are. Acknowledge what they might mean for your emotional well-being. Sometimes, those little creatures are trying to tell you it's time to take action before things spiral out of control. As we wrap up, take a moment to reflect: what are the ants in your life? Are there signs you've been ignoring? Understanding these signs can lead to meaningful changes. Remember, it's never too late to pay attention. If this resonated with you, consider subscribing for more insights. You never know what other truths might be lurking just beneath the surface. Have you ever stopped to consider the strange behaviors of ants? What if I told you there's an unsettling truth beneath their tiny exoskeletons? Many believe they understand why axillary ants behave the way they do, but there's often a deeper layer that goes unnoticed. This issue surprisingly connects to how we interpret emotions in our own lives. Picture this: you see a group of axillary ants working together. You might think they are cooperating, but what if that assumption is misguided? What if their actions are actually responses to stressors we don't even recognize? This misunderstanding can lead to significant errors. Just like in our own lives, when we project our emotional intelligence onto others, we risk missing the point. Those frantic movements might not be about teamwork, they could stem from fear or competition. Imagine standing in your backyard, watching these ants. You might feel a connection, almost attributing human emotions to them. But that emotional perspective can cloud your judgment. Can you see how this might mislead you? As we explore this further, consider what happens when we make assumptions based on our experiences instead of simply observing the facts. Just as we can misinterpret human emotions, we can apply that flawed reasoning to the natural world. What if I told you that the more you search for emotional explanations in their behavior, the further you drift from understanding their true nature. It's a startling thought, isn't it? Think back to a time when you misjudged someone's actions, believing they were upset when they were simply distracted. How did that misunderstanding affect your relationship? Now, back to the ants. If we continue applying our emotional frameworks to them, we risk overlooking vital insights about their survival and ecology. It's a risky game of projection. So, what can we do about it? The first step is awareness. Start observing without the emotional lens. Challenge yourself to interpret their behaviors for what they might genuinely signify. As we wrap up, consider this the next time you encounter axillary ants or any creature. For that matter, ask yourself what truths lie beneath their actions. Sometimes the most profound insights come from stepping back and letting go of our biases. If you found this perspective thought-provoking, just imagine where else it could lead you. Imagine an ant moving in what looks like a chaotic dance. But what if I told you that this isn't random at all? Its frantic behavior might carry a deeper message we've misunderstood for too long. We often project our emotional understanding onto these tiny creatures, believing we grasp their stress signals. The uncomfortable truth is that we frequently miss the mark. Could our attempts to empathize actually be causing more harm than good? Let's dive deeper. When we observe axillary ants communicating, we might assume their hurried movements reflect their feelings. But what if their behavior is a complex language we just can't decode? It's easy to feel a connection after all. We all experience stress. But can we truly draw parallels between our lives and theirs, considering how different their world is? Picture yourself in your garden, spotting an ant colony. You see those little workers bustling around and think, they must be in a panic. But what if that apparent cause is actually a strategic response to outside threats? Their frantic movements could be a well-planned approach, not a sign of distress at all. Now, consider this the next time you observe these ants. Will you still label their behavior as stressful? What if that label clouds your understanding? Misinterpreting their actions could lead to misguided decisions, potentially harming their habitat without even realizing it. This is where it gets tricky. Many scientists are exploring this disconnect in our understanding. They suggest that our emotional frameworks may limit how we perceive non-human species. It raises a troubling question: are we projecting our feelings onto them instead of genuinely understanding their world? Imagine being in a room full of people, each speaking a different language. You think you understand their emotions, but you are really just hearing noise. That's similar to trying to apply human emotional intelligence to it. So, why does this matter? Misinterpreting these signals affects not only our relationship with nature but also our approach to environmental stewardship. The more we misread the signs, the less effective our conservation efforts become. Let's raise the stakes. What if our emotional assumptions lead to misguided actions? Picture this: we decide to relocate an ant colony, believing we're helping them, but in reality, we might be causing more harm than good. Sure. Here's the tightened version of your script chunk. The fallout from disrupting their entire ecosystem could be devastating. So, what can we do instead? It starts with careful observation. Slow down, watch and listen. Set aside your human emotions and try to understand their behavior in their own context. It's not just about seeing chaos, it's about recognizing the underlying structure within it. As you reflect on this, consider your own interactions. How often do you project your emotions onto others? The key takeaway here is profound true understanding requires humility.